That's an interesting comment. 312, what's going on? You live? That's a Chicago number, by the way. I know that.
Yeah, K-Diver.
What's going on, brother?
Yeah, I just heard you say, so I just called. I'm calling in. So, about the receipt?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, man. I mean, yeah, I get it. I mean, I love it. The people that are like, I could do that on my computer, 100% you could. In fact, you could probably have ChatGPT make you a nice receipt for the Comfort Inn if you so desire these days. Right?
Right.
I mean, this is the crazy world we're living in. Honestly, I mean, half of me feels like I should have called you, but you're the only one I would have called. You know, I could have done a video on my YouTube that no one knows about or cares about, but what would the point of that be? Like, part of me, quite frankly, is a little annoyed that it got sent to me. I mean, this is, yes, someone that I intersected with very briefly through promotion of my music, my music project, Beware of Gods, for a heavy metal online radio station. And then all of a sudden, she's like watching some of my shit that I do on YouTube to promote music. And sometimes I talk about true crime here and there just to do it. It's just to let air out of the balloon. I'm never going to compete with you or any of the other experts in this particular genre, if you will, of social media. But she saw something that I posted about BK and then Facebook messaged me this receipt with like some other information specifically about MK and BK's behavior while they were staying there. And obviously it was like, wow, cool, awesome. Like, you know, the kid in me came out. And then I kind of was annoyed. I was like, well, what the hell did you send this to me for? Like what am I going to do with this?
Right.
You know? And it's like, well, too bad, so sad. Sorry. I mean, you sent it to me. I'm not blasting her name all over the place. I haven't shared it on social media. You're my dude, man. I mean, like, of everyone that I watch, you're just the guy that, like I said before, you have some genuine common sense, and to me, you're almost like, whether you like Joe Rogan or not, you're the closest thing to like the Rogan and the true crime community. The way that you bring people together to have nuanced dialogue about some pretty intense, horrific shit. And so I called you. And then there's
I appreciate that. And I dropped it. Like I said, I dropped it on Google reverse image search, and it hasn't been posted on the internet. So I mean,
yeah,
you know,
yeah. I mean, I don't know. For me, just to clarify, the receipt to me is way less important than what she shared with me specifically about his dad's behavior. That was almost more disturbing to me than anything else, if that's true.
Yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
It's like, really, dude, you're gloating. You kind of got a smirk on your face about two horrific events that occurred. That's kind of weird. But I don't know, man. You know, who knows? Everyone's got quirks in their personalities that can be misread. I mean, shoot, everybody thought Ted Bundy was like this stand-up, charming, awesome. Oh, he's so educated and so intelligent. And, oh, my God, I thought he was going to run for governor someday. I mean, people don't know or forget about that in our history. I mean, that guy, nobody suspected that guy. And when he was arrested multiple times, even after escaping, I mean, there were people being like, no way, Theodore Bundy? Oh, no, he's such a stand-up guy. Look at that smile.
Right.
No, he could never do that. So like that stuff, that's fine. It's conjecture, it's whatever, but what someone looks like has zero to do with what's going on behind the curtain in the psyche of their brain at all, especially if you're talking about potentially a psychopath or something of that nature. Correct term in the DSM-5 is antisocial personality disorder. If that's what you're dealing with, you're not going to have a clue what's going on in their head based on their facial expression.
For the people who are there's people in the chat that are asking, you know, what is the significance to the receipt? And I think the significant part about the receipt and is more of the story behind it that you're telling me from who sent it
Yeah.
to you of speaking about the father and the father's the way he was acting or talking and talking about.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and let's be real. Like, I mean, let me clarify for my own self. I don't think that there's no significance, but other than the fact that it's very easy to become detached, desensitized to like the reality of what's going on here. 4 innocent people. I don't care what drugs or drinks or any other habits that anyone might want to suspect they had. Who cares? I work in the recovery community. Addiction is a disease, not a choice. And I'll be honest, I'm not real happy with some people, not on your channel, but on a couple others that try to sort of criminalize these people whose lives were taken because maybe they were doing drugs or whatever. Like, give me a break. What my larger point is, we get desensitized and we get really detached from the reality that 4 innocent people's lives were taken. And it does take on, kind of in the movie Natural Born Killers, like we're living in it. Like that movie predicted the future. We are in it right now. These people become celebrities. Everyone's got, it's like this is TV or something. This is fantasy. It's not. This like really happened. So like when I received that screenshot of that receipt, and yes, assuming that it's a real receipt because it comes from a person that to me, it seems to be a very kind, genuine human being, it brought it right home. It brought it right into my home, in my apartment, through my phone. I've got a screenshot with a signature of BK's dad. Like, that's the significance, is that it got me tethered to the ground again and connected to reality that this is horrific. This is beyond horrific. Like, there's really no words to describe it. But we're desensitized, whether it's through horror films, whether it's through the media. And I'm not like saying that any of those things need to go away, because I don't believe in censorship. I don't believe in controlling other people's behavior. But it is the reality of where we sit. And we've been sitting in this place actually for decades. There's it's very easy to become desensitized to what's going on and forget that, like, this isn't an AI generated like crime to just like entertain ourselves and speculate on who did it or who done it and blah, blah, blah. This legitimately, literally happened. And I even start to forget. So that receipt, that was like, boom, gut check, bam, feet on the ground. Holy shit, this happened.
Yeah, that's...
Sorry, I'm a little caffeinated.
Yeah, no, yeah, I don't blame you here.
Yeah.
I could tell. I mean, this person that you know, do you 100% know if they own a hotel or not own a hotel?
I do.
Work at it?
I do.
Okay.
Absolutely, I do. Yeah, she's part of a community that I've sort of disconnected from for artistic purposes. That's a whole sidebar, but I just I'm not really involved with the particular online radio station or that community. It's not really, doesn't quite fit the nuanced genre of the heavy metal that I partake in. Like how I cleverly threw that in there. But at any rate, but my point is, it's a community of people, and there's some folks involved in that community that I know from the Chicago music scene going back, 10, 20 years. So yeah, no, she's legit. She lives in Colorado. She owns and operates this particular location, and I don't know, she likes my music and she likes me, so she felt that she could share that with me. Who knows how many other people she shared it with? I imagine I'm not the only one. I'm not special. I hope not.
Right.
Because I don't need that shit on myself. I mean, I would have rather almost not seen it, but what the hell? Wow.
Yeah, no doubt.
And that's the route they took. And they did talk about it on Dateline. They went right through there. And they had to sleep and they had to eat. So, and apparently BK had plastic latex gloves on and an oversized hoodie and was hiding from the camera and acting weird. And his dad was acting almost like a cheerleader. Like, hey, we just came from, 2 horrific crimes. Wow. Whatever. Who knows? And that's the point. Who knows? Who really knows? We don't know.
A lot of people are questioning whether it's a comforting receipt or not.
That's great, and they should do that. Now,
exactly.
They should exactly do that. That's called critical thinking. Please, we need more of that. Critical thinking, though, is not the same thing as loosely speculating / actually stating something that's not true as a fact. Very conveniently, some of these, I'm not naming anyone, but they'll say things like, I'm not saying it's true, but I believe, I think. It's like, okay, man, well, you're treading a fine line there, dude, between like calling what you're saying just your own conjecture versus stating that you believe something to be a fact. It's dicey.
Yeah.
You know, it's wordplay, though. I mean, I can appreciate it. I love words.
No doubt. No doubt.
So do you. You're great with words.
I appreciate
Hope
that, brother.
do more with your art, man.
Most definitely. I'm about to start working on an album.
Good for you. Yeah, I got some stuff out too, man. It's good. We got to being creative. Talk about an escape, healthy way to connect with our soul and other people all day long. All day long. If you got a creative spirit, any kind of thing you want to do, I'd say thumbs up. Do it.
Yeah, I don't know the significance of the whole receipt thing, but I do get some people said pull up the warrant, the signature, etc. I don't know. Drop your comments down below. Let me know what you think about it personally. After I end this stream, drop it down in the comments below what you think about it. I have no idea. We know the police would have to have this. I mean, is this information getting leaked outside of the gag order? Just think about stuff like that also. You know, stuff that's collected. I'm sure if they got this receipt, then they would have to get video camera footage of him. There would just be tons of things, right? Because they would want to see what he did in that hotel, etc. And that's just my opinion. I mean, especially when you're investigating and tracking somebody across the country, that's just investigation one-on-one. That would be part of it. If this receipt or whatever hotel he was at and they have video footage or video camera footage in that hotel in each hallway, they'll check and see his movements or if he got rid of anything or anything like that. I mean, that's what they would check for, in my opinion. I don't know. It's kind of like when they watched him allegedly throw trash in the neighbor's trash can, you know, and he was wearing gloves. They want to see how people act. It may not be a match. This may not be a match. I'm going to put this out there right now as a disclaimer to everybody out there. I have no idea if this is authentic. I'm not saying it's authentic. So anybody who goes and says T-REV has an authentic receipt, I have no idea if it's authentic or not. So I'm putting that disclaimer out there right now. I have no idea the weight that this receipt holds. I don't know if it's legit. I don't know if it's faked. All I know is I reverse Google image search this receipt that was sent in to me today by one of my subscribers. Shout out to him. He got it from his friend that allegedly works at this hotel. This was sent in to me by him and he got it from his friend. So just know that I don't know the authenticity to it, but I know that it's not on the internet. I know that for a fact. So like I said, when I dropped it in Google reverse image search, nothing came up. We got 0 results from that. So I do have to say that.
Every day I wake up, it's another person that's dead, and YouTube has to solve it because the law is failing kids. I'm disgusted at the evil in the end, and if you connect the dots, you'll see the vision in your head. Why do people die as victim to the streets? They wonder why I'm up all night and can't sleep. I'll be the voice for everyone who can't speak. L.E. failed Kylie and now Sammy is free.